Welcome back guys to part 5 of Death Stranding 2. This is my complete platinum walkthrough. We're at the Magician and from here, so I'm going to drop difficulty. Yes, and drop it back down to story. Don't need it for casual for the moment. Yes, we want to make sure we're taking out all the materials and moving them over to the DHV. I think it's part 6. Yeah, part 6. There's going to be some roads which are very expensive to upgrade, and you're probably going to get rid of most of your materials which we've been stockpiling so far. So yeah, stockpiling all that materials does come in useful, and you'll notice just how much in video 6. So yeah, that's where we're going to next. So I'm going to take out that order, and I am going to try to go a bit slower in the menus if I can. I don't always remember, but we'll try to hold the cursor on the order we're going to be taking a second or two before we take it, guys. But when we're going to menus, which is kind of ones like private locker or things like that, I might be going through them just at normal speed because you know what you're doing in them. But yeah, when it comes to taking orders, I'll try to be a bit slower so you can see what I'm doing. Of course, I'm always here at commentary to walk you through it anyhow. So yes, shared locker. I am going to take out any lost cargo in the share locker, of course, and then entrust it afterwards, unless there's any going to the destination we're going to next, which there won't be, because this next place going to is not currently online. We've got a little boss fight coming up, by the way, and then we're going to unlock the first monorail. Yeah, the monorails are quite expensive to upgrade, and once you do get going with them, you will need special alloys and resins to unlock monorails. It's similar to the roads where you have to unlock little stations as you go along. So I'm going to take out all these materials, so all the chiral crystals, all the resins, all the metals, all the ceramics and all the special alloys. Take out the chemicals as well if you want to. But yeah, all that you really need though is crystals, resins, metals, ceramics and special alloys. As I said before, I'll just remind you, resins and special alloys are for upgrading monorails, and metals and ceramics are needed for roads, and crystals are needed for pretty much everything. But because there's no kind of like capacity in terms of the limit to how many crystals you can equip, we can just take as many as we can and you'll store them all in your pocket. They don't take up any space apparently. So yeah, once you're done guys, take it all out. If you don't have the space to carry everything now at once, then just take some of it, then come back for the rest. So we're going to down to the DHV. Yeah, so be just down this hill, charge your bike on the way down there, because you'll need it shortly. We're going to unlock these next 2 roads and make our way to the objective marker. Yeah, so just make sure you took that order from the Magician, which we just took. That next main order. You only need to change it to casual when we are doing standard orders, remember. If you're on any other type of orders, you can put it on story modes. Only casual for standard orders. And it has to be on casual for the whole of the order. If you change difficulty at any point, it will lower it to the lower difficulty you had at some point during that order. Right, so let's get off and put everything in storage. Yes, lob them all in, and then once we put everything in the locker, we're going to check and see how much we need for those 2 roads. Yeah, checking share locker as always. You sometimes find materials in the share locker as well. If you ever do, take them out and put them in storage. So yes, now you're taking out materials you need for them 2 roads. So open your map and check if you don't remember. Yes, that should be enough for them both. It doesn't matter if you put excess into one road, by the way, you get it back. Not like the first game where if you put excess, it either went towards the next upgrade or you lost it. Here, if you put in excess materials, you get them back in your inventory, which is quite nice. Right, so once you're ready, get on your bike and let's head out. So like I say, make sure you've got all the materials you need to unlock these next 2 roads on the way to the next objective. Yeah, I'm going to come along here and then just carry down the path I came up. Yeah, this path down here. You might find as well sometimes, you'll come online after not playing for a day and you'll deliver an order and your bridge link will just shoot up. That's because in the time you've not been playing, you've just got a lot of likes because players really like things you put down or stuff like that. Yeah, grab an order on the way, Any lost cargo you find along the way, even if it's not for where you're going, grab it, because if it's along the way, you don't really need to go out of your way to get it, and you can always just entrust it when you get to a different depot, or if you want, lob it in a private locker to deliver later. So we're going to go to the first road, which was the one we passed. Yeah, but I'm going to grab this lost cargo along the way. Yeah, we're not going back there, but I'll entrust it at the next depot. So this is that road paver just near the mule camp we passed earlier, where we disabled the equipment. Yeah, there it is. It might be crafted for you if you're lucky. And make sure your bike is to the right of it as I look at it now. Because this road paver, when it's created, it's like really high, it's really high. And you have to climb a ladder to get up to it from where we are now. And I'm not quite sure if it happens in this game, but in the first game, if your vehicle was where the road paver is going to be created, and it's a part of road where, like I say, it's higher up in the air, your vehicle will be like lobbed up at the top, and you'll be down the bottom. You got to climb up to it to get it. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it happens here, but you can see how high that road is there. But if it is, you can just climb the ladder. Right, so that's that road paver done. Going to continue on to the next one, and then make our way to a boss. This boss fight coming up, it's like a big octopus type thing. And you can shoot, it has weak points on its tentacles, where it's like orange. If you shoot them weak points, you can destroy him and do like a bit more damage to the boss. Yeah, if you're being quite rough for your driving like I am, you're damaging your cargo, and it means you're going to get less likes. So if you want to get as many likes as possible, drive a bit with a bit more due care. Yeah, so don't get as damaged. So this is that second road paver. Yeah, so 150 metals and 160 ceramics. So later on, the roads in the next video, it's going to cost the first road, well no, sorry, the second road I do, 1440 metals and 1800 ceramics, and that's even with the online contribution to it. Yeah, that's even with the online contribution. If I left it, that cost might have come down a bit, you know, as I gave other players time to add their materials. But yeah, it's quite costly to do at first. On the roads in this second video, in this next video, the second road. So yep, over to where next, guys. Now, as you approach the objective marker, yep, a cutscene will trigger, and then the boss fight will just spawn. But because we're ready for him, we're going to take him out pretty quickly. It doesn't really matter what weapons you brought. I did try a few different range. I tried the grenades, I tried similar ones which are focused on BTs. Yeah, I tried a few different things, and the firearm, the assault rifle, just seemed to be the best. I mean, in my case I'm using machine gun. I think the machine gun is related to pre-order, by the way, so if you don't have that, yeah, apologies, I didn't mention earlier. I didn't realise, kind of slipped my mind, but yeah, if you don't have machine gun, just use assault rifle instead. So yeah, see these orange weak points glowing on the middle of his tentacle, shoot them and you'll destroy them. Eventually you will knock him down like this, and you can also shoot them like little burners on the back of his body. Yeah, when he's about to attack, try to run to the side, otherwise he's going to knock you down or something. Like an attack's coming out, I think. Yeah, when you destroy weak points, it's not always going to knock him down. Just always move to the side, that's it. If I stay there, then I would have got a few tentacles to my face. Yes, weak points all over his body. That's it, almost got him. Goes down pretty quick on story. Yeah, if you're on casual, it might take a bit longer. That's why I keep dropping difficulty down, unless I am on a standard order. Right, so I beat him. Now your motorbike, which you automatically get kicked off, don't worry, because it's actually outside the depot over there. Yeah, continue forward, don't turn around looking for it. You won't find it. Yeah, it's just continue over there and you see it outside the depot entrance. Yeah, shotgun as well. I did try shotgun. That sounds like it should be really good, especially when you find some in the boss area, but no. I just found the rifle best to use due to range and other things. Yeah, so on your bike, so what I'm going to do before I head down into the depot is I want to see how much these roads are going to cost first, so I know how many materials to take with me. So just want to come out here and scan until you see the road show up on the map. You won't have to go too far, especially if you've got some of the range A pass unlocked. Yeah, you see it there? there's a road paver. You just see the icon middle of the screen. So yeah, just drive forward guys and keep scanning. There it is, that road paver. So at the moment it needs 1600 metals and I think, what's it, 1220 ceramics or something. But once I bring these online, that cost should go down quite a bit. Yeah, we are going to do a standard order from here later, but we're going to do this next quest first, this next main quest, and then come back and do the standard order at the start of the next video. And it's a recovery standard order. You've got to do 10 types of each: delivery, recovery, and 10 elimination / destruction, I think they're called. So 30 altogether. As always, if you can, deliver the order separately to lost cargo. I think the next shelter where that comes in useful is the animal shelter. The animal shelter, if you deliver everything at once when you first get there, you'll find it gets locked to just before 2 stars. But if you deliver just the order or leave one piece and then deliver one piece lost cargo afterwards, it'll go past 2 stars. But if you delivered it all at once, it'd always get locked before 2. So yeah, it doesn't always happen, but yeah, government base so far and animal shelter, they're the ones so far which get locked to just before 2 stars on your first delivery to them during a main order. Okay, so I'm checking the share locker as always, and I'm going to take out any materials if there's any in there, and lost cargo, then I will entrust it. I might stop doing this eventually just because my bridge link goes up so fast, just due to all these roads we're building. Yeah, building all these roads as well, it's also going to help raise your bridge link, guys, because you're getting lots of likes from other players. So now I'm taking out a bunch of materials so I can transfer them over to my DHV, which should now have landed nearby. Yes, take them all out. Remember, you want metals, resins, ceramics, and special alloys. You can't take much on your bike, but we'll be unlocking the truck in this video. And once you unlock the truck, each time you have like loads of materials to move across, you can just take out your truck and move everything at once, because the truck will normally have enough space for all the materials inside a depot. Yeah, I don't normally have enough space to take everything when I first came here. That's why I came in the menus a few times. Because I'm sure I've noticed before that if you auto arrange your cargo and you've got like bunches of metals or ceramics, you know, materials like that, it'll like bunch them together. For example, if you've got 40 and 60, it might put them all together when you auto arrange them, you know, into like one container. I'm not sure exactly, it's something I'm trying to keep an eye on, but I'm sure I've noticed it once. Okay, and once you get back outside, there'll be a cutscene. Yeah, so DHV will land, and you'll be in your private room, guys. After having a bit of a nap, yeah, get up and go back up to the surface. But what we're going to do first, just going to get a misc trophy out of the way. So before you go anywhere, press start to open up the menu and come into music player. Yeah, come down into music player and you're going to play the sound Horizon Dreamer, the music. You need to press cross on it and then press square to play. So press cross to select and then press square. Make sure it's playing. Other music might work, but I know this one works for sure. So play Horizon Dreamer, and then Dull Man chilling out on the shelf over here, who'll start strutting from left to right. Yeah, as he goes to the dance beat. So you're going to press triangle to interact with him when he's dancing like that, and choose the one on the right. Just a quick one. Yeah, just a quickie, not that type. It just means like a quick little performance. Yeah, a dancing performance that is. Yeah, not a lap dance. Yeah, so here he is. And then or you can watch it if you want, or just skip and you get a trophy, guys. A private show. That's it. So like I say, play Horizon Dreamer. When it's playing, he'll be dancing. Interact with him, guys, and then choose just a quick one. And then once the performance begins, skip it or watch it and you'll get a trophy. Once done, up to the surface. And we're going to get another missed trophy in a second for bartering with a porter, which is exactly the same as the same one in the DS1. Yeah, Death Stranding 1 has the exact same equivalent to the same trophy. I think it's just worded a bit differently, but same actions need doing. Right, so what we're going to do, come into fabricate equipment or storage. Yep, so I'm just going to put all them in the private locker. Yeah, lob all those in the private locker, the materials we brought from that recent depot. Check the share locker, of course, and then entrust any lost cargo you found. Any materials, lob them in your private locker. And you want to fabricate one piece of equipment to give. But first, take that order. So that's order 013. Restore the monorail and deliver special alloys. Yeah, order 013. Order 13. So take that order, guys. It's just a main order, so you can make sure it's on story if you want to. No need to do this on any specific difficulty. Yes, you can do it on story. So you're going to do that road paver along the way. Check how much you need. So I need 80 metals and 100 ceramics. Not a lot. These ones are needed for the order to build a monorail. So you want to make sure you carry these on you. Yes, they're needed for the order. Special alloys and resins. Yeah, so I need 80 metals and 100 ceramics. And like I was saying, do not forget to craft just basic like something you can give away to the porters. I'm going to craft a climbing anchor, so it's quite cheap. So yeah, just craft a climbing anchor. Craft the same one, you can't go wrong then. Yeah, craft a climbing anchor and keep it in your backpack or in your person somewhere. Take out your material, so I need 80 metals and 100 ceramics. Take out whatever you need. You might need something different to me. Yes, I'm going to have to take out 200. Like I say, don't worry if it's too much. It will still be okay because you'll get them back. Right, and once you're done, get on your bike and come down here. Now be careful because there's normally some porters outside when you get down here. Yeah, if you've not done anything else, so there they are on the right. I think these always spawn here as part of the story. I mean, you do normally randomly just find them around the map. But yeah, at this point in the story, when they first start showing up on the map, there's always two right outside the DHV. So come over to one of them, wait until he tries to give you the cargo, make sure you're close enough, and then press triangle when the prompt appears to take it. Yeah, make sure you take it, guys. So move forward if the prompt don't appear. There it is, press triangle to take it. Now as soon as you've taken the cargo from him, open your cargo management and drop the climbing anchor. Yeah, drop the climbing anchor on the floor, offload it. Yep, do that and then wait for him to pick it up and for the trophy to pop. That's it. If it don't work, just load the save right before and try again. Because I know sometimes it can be a bit awkward at times. Yeah, there you go. Porters make the world go round. Exactly the same trophy in the first one. Same actions and everything need doing. But it gets that one out of the way, so you don't need to worry about randomly finding them around the map. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they always spawn there at this part in the story. Right, so I've got the order. We know what we're doing, guys. Let's crack on to the monorail system. There is a prepper out in the sea. That's like a small island, and I think it's called the Intruder. You can get over to him if you go through water. There is shallow parts. You have to use your scanner. You can get over to him, but it's no lost cargo to bring it online yet. I don't think the lost cargo for the Intruder appears until later in the story. So yeah, the prepper in the area we're going to next, where it has no cargo network. Don't worry, we'll bring them online later. Like I say, I don't think any lost cargo appears for them yet, so there's not really much you can do about it. I did go over there, I did try, but I couldn't find anything nearby, so we'll have to do that one later. We'll try to drive past him anyway as we make our way to somewhere else, to the you know, just past where he is in the water. So I'm going to build this road. Yeah, so 100 ceramics and I think, what was it, 80 metals? There you go, a nice cheap one. If only they all cost that little to create. But yeah, it also gets you lots of likes if you craft these as early as you can. Right, so as we make our way to Monorail, yes, I'm going to grab some cargo along the way. Doesn't necessarily have to be where we're going to next. But yeah, if you get anything for West Knot City, when we complete this mission, we're actually going to ride the monorail back to West Knot City, so you can drop it all off, the lost cargo, to the actual destination it wants to go to. Yeah, now you also want to make sure you see that road paver in the grass up ahead. Just scan it so it appears on the map, and then we'll unlock that later. Yeah, see that road paver, guys? Just scan it so it appears. That's it, and then we'll unlock that one in part 6 as we make our way to the animal shelter. Yes, like I say, keep an eye out for any lost cargo along the way. So you see this monorail system. Do you see all the like supports holding it up? I mean, this one is already built, but the other monorails, each of these supports, you have to build it yourself. So you can imagine how much it's going to cost to build these monorails. You have to build one complete one for a trophy, but I think there's 3 complete monorails altogether. I want to try to build them all if I can. But what I'm going to do now, hopefully there'll be something nearby. Maybe not this specific generator, but just look for any nearby. Due to that little earthquake, you might find some of these structures are a little bit damaged. There'll be like a support request. You're going to come up to one of these. Like I say, for me it's a generator, and you'll see the yellow hammer icon. Yeah, if you see a yellow hammer icon on a structure, you might be able to see it on the map. Then that means come over to it. Open the menu for it and donate some crystals, guys, to repair it, and you'll get a trophy emergency worker. Like I say, it doesn't have to be any specific type of structure. Just open your map, see if there's any nearby with like a yellow hammer icon, drive over to it and donate some crystals to repair it, guys, and get a trophy. Then you don't really have to do that anymore. Right, so I'm going to grab these crystals here. There is more crystals around this area if you want to grab them. I'm only going to grab these ones here. It's up to you if you want to grab more. But yeah, you can spend like a good 5 minutes here if you want to try to grab everything. But this pool of tar has the most crystals inside it. All the rest probably have like 3 or 4 clusters. Yeah, more lost cargo there I'm going to grab. So this will be the second monorail. Sorry, the first monorail, but second mine. Yeah, so you know that mine we did in the, was it in the previous video or the video before that, where we went to that mine, we built it, and we also donated some crystals to get some ceramics in return. Yeah, so this is a mine. A lot of the monorails you have to restore a mine in order to get a monorail working. Of course, assuming you've built all the different arms of the monorail to connect it. Right, let's head inside. You'll get a lot of special alloys for doing this, but you know, for doing this mine. But they're needed for the order, so you know, unfortunately they're not going to you. So yes, come over here. As you can see, you need some materials to upgrade it. So we need some resins and special alloys, but you got these from that order we did. Yeah, so contribute all those to build it. Yeah, to restore that mine. Now we're going to mine some special alloys. You'll need 2,000 crystals, but they should already be there as part of the order. Yeah, it doesn't take them from your own stock. So yes, deposit us 2,000 crystals, guys, to get 4,800 special alloys, which is a lot. Right, and once you've done so, open the terminal again, and then when you choose to use the monorail, make sure your bike, I think your bike has to be on the ramp where I've put mine, on the like little platform, sorry. So you're going to press right on the D-pad or left to select West Fort Knot. Yeah, select West Fort Knot, then choose load cargo. Put all this cargo on it. If it's on your back, it doesn't matter. Of course, it will automatically go with you. But yes, put that new cargo in it. Then you want to load the vehicle. Yeah, pick your vehicle and load it onto the container. Yeah, just press X and then choose container. That's it. And then you want to put Sam on it as well. Yep, so get on off monorail. There'll be a tick. When there's a tick, you know you're on it. There you go. So if it's got a tick, that means it's all loaded correctly. That's it, and dispatch. Yeah, if you dispatch without you on it, guys, it'll go without you. Then I just think it goes in the private locker, back at the destination you sent it to. So yeah, you can't skip this. But you get a nice little view, and you can, as you on this, you can scan ahead if you want. Yeah, scan around you to find any other points of interest. There won't be many, but that's road paper, for example. If you haven't already scanned its location, you can maybe do it now. When you're scanning, by the way, it depends on your camera direction, not where Sam is facing. It depends on your camera direction. Yeah, that's where the scanner will scan, on your camera direction. Yeah, you can jump down. Yeah, if you hold X in. But don't do that, because you're going to be on foot if you do so. But yeah, see all these arms, so we've got to craft all these later. But as you can see, you don't have to craft every single arm. It looks like every other arm at the moment to me. But yeah, look forward to crafting the monorails and the road papers a little bit later. But yeah, once you deliver these, we'll unlock a few new orders. There's going to be a recovery standard order, which we're going to be doing. Yep, and it's going to want us to go back to where we first entered Australia, grab an item, and then drive all the way over to the observatory. But because we're picking up the item, we can warp there. You just can't warp when you've got an order with you, because you will not get an S rank then. Right, so I'm going to deliver the order by itself. Or, yep, like so. And then deliver the lost cargo separately. Yes, you're going to unlock the vehicle. Yep, the truck, the off-roader. I like that you can actually attach batteries to trucks yourself now and bikes. Before you had to unlock the long-range one, didn't you? But now, you can just create batteries yourself and then put them on. Yeah, some sweet shades as well. Yeah, so bottom option if you want to progress. Right, let's deliver this lost cargo. Deliver and report.
Found some of our missing stuff, did you?
Yep, got up to 3 stars as well.
It feels as though we're always...
So if I delivered all that at once, it might not have worked. Because it might have got locked just before 2. Right, and we'll leave it there for that one, guys. So yes, I'm going to save the game after delivering that order, and we'll continue from here in part 6. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.